Yo, 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 yo. Can y'all hear me? Everything good? Everything good? I decided, I was getting ready to do the Elimination Chamber video, and I kind of just thought to myself, you know what? Why don't we just go live and talk about it? Because when you have a show like that, we got to talk about it. Like this show was insane. Elimination Chamber, bro, was so crazy. Like, what? This show was nuts. And I feel like it's only a matter of time that we talk about this show and everything that went down on it. And then, more importantly, we got to break it down. We got to ask those questions of where they're going next. Because one thing for sure, and two things for certain, there's a certain somebody who called John Cena turning heel. There's a certain someone. And if we keep it in a buck, the person was me. Like, I'm one of the very few people who actually called John Cena turning heel. Feels great to say that we live in a world where John Cena actually is heel, but you know, that it took a long time for this to happen, and like I'm so excited now that we're finally here. So the first thing, so we gotta go over this card. So these were the winners of the night, but the first thing we are going to talk about is the women's chamber match. This chamber match went nuts. Cause like first off, more importantly than anything, we got to talk about Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill returning was such a big deal. Like, I don't even think people understand how big of a deal that actually was. When Jade's music hit and Liv Morgan and Naomi were in the ring, when Jade's music hit, my face was like, oh shit. And when Jade came out, I was like, oh no, it's clip. It's clip for homegirl. Like, it's a wrap. Cause like I knew the type of smoke that was finna happen with her when like she walked out, bro. You kind of knew what was good. Like, you knew what was up for her. And like that's what I wanted to see. Like, I was hyped to see her come across my screen. Now, with that being said, the match. I don't think anybody would argue I don't think anybody can argue me on the fact that the MVP of this match was Liv Morgan. Like, I was one of the very few people where I did not want to see Liv and Rhea Ripley for what, like the fifth time? I did not want to see them two go at it for like the 30th time. Like, who wanted to see that? I'm good on that. I was just really just like, you know what? Why do I need to watch this again? We just saw it at SummerSlam. We saw it on Raw on Netflix. We don't need to see this again. So with Bianca Belair winning this match, Liv made Bianca look like $1,000,000. When Bianca Belair whipped Liv Morgan with that hair, bro, I was like, God damn. And the funniest thing about the women's elimination chamber is I actually watched that with my pops. And when I was watching it with my pops, he was like, damn, these women came a long way from bra and panty matches and just showing their titties every week on Monday Night Raw. They came a long way. And to see like the type of talent that was in that ring, like your Roxanne Perez's, your Bailey's, your Liv Morgan's, your Naomi's, those girls went out there and said, we are going to put on a show. And this was the perfect opener to the show. I thought this match cooked on all levels. Shout out to those women because man, oh man, did those girls put on a damn show. The next matchup we are going to get into was, we had to talk about Trishy and Tiffy. We got to talk about Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. I thought they put on a good match, very solid. The match wasn't bad whatsoever. I thought it needed something, it needed a little bit more, but it was a match, it was a layup. And there's nothing wrong with having a softball layup of a match when you have Naomi and Candice LeRae versus Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus is from Canada. They had the whole Toronto outfit on basically, and the right people won. And Trishy and Tiffany Stratton taking a loss before WrestleMania would be insane. It would be criminal, but it was a good match. I really did enjoy it. And then ask you, I don't think Trish is done. I don't know about y'all, but I personally don't believe this is the last time we see Trish Stratus in a WWE ring. This is her 25th year. She is going into the International Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in October. And it makes me start to think about WrestleMania. There was one person who did interrupt Trish Stratus on Friday Night SmackDown. That was Chelsea Green. And that makes me ask this question. What if at WrestleMania 41 for the Women's United States Championship, it is Chelsea Green versus Trish Stratus? What bigger match could Chelsea Green have at WrestleMania than against Trish Stratus? Would it be cool to see Chelsea Green versus Piper Niven? I mean, I guess. But do y'all really want to see Piper Niven as United States champion? I don't think so. I know I personally don't. That's just my preference. But there was so much. There was so much in this that you can do with a Trish Stratus versus Chelsea Green match at WrestleMania. And then more importantly, having a name like Trish Stratus competing for a mid-card title will help that women's division so much more than if Trish Stratus is trying to get the women's championship on the top level with the Charlotte, with Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, Bayley, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair. They're all fighting for those top titles. So if Trish Stratus came in and fought for that United States Championship, I think it would be very cool. Now, does Trish Stratus beat Chelsea Green at WrestleMania? Probably not. And I don't think she would need to. Now, it would be hilarious that the first two United States champions were both Canadian. I ain't gonna lie. It would be absolutely hilarious. But I just think that it would be a good match. And also, it would be a perfect way to get Chelsea Green into a prominent match at WrestleMania, because I feel like no matter whether she's had 30 seconds on time on TV screen or if she had 10 minutes, I feel like she always delivered. So Chelsea Green versus Trish Stratus for the Women's United States Championship is something I'm stamping, and it's something I want to see on the big stage of all, WrestleMania. All right. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, unsanctioned match. The match was brutal. This match was physical. This match was in freaking insane. They went so crazy on this match. They did not have to go this hard in this match. I thought this match absolutely cooked. What? Bro, the shit they were doing in this match was unparalleled. Like, they did not have to go this hard in this match. And I'm a big fan of this match. I thought this match cooked. Like, this match was fire. Like, they beat the hell out of each other. It was low-key emotional on how, like, the shit they were doing. Like, the biting. Like, Kevin Owens was just biting this man. Like, the barbed wire chair, swinging that. the Sami Zayn going through 2 tables. They were going all the way into the crowd. Like they beat the fire out of each other in this match. And that's everything you wanted to see. Like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they just don't miss in this ring. And it's probably because they're brothers. They make magic. Kevin Owens won this match kind of in the way that this match all where it all started. Kevin Owens was power bombing Sammy onto the apron, and it was nuts. Like I was like, bro, this is like back in NXT. Kevin Owens ended up getting the win in the unsanctioned match, but that wasn't enough. Kevin Owens decides to go outside, rip the concrete up, and tried to power bomb or pile drive Sami Zayn. But that didn't happen. I hear voices in my head. They talk to me. They understand. They talk to me. Randy Orton, the Viper, returns. Randy Orton returns. Randy Orton comes out. Randy Orton starts attacking Kevin Owens. Randy Orton hits him with a nasty RKO. And then Randy Orton started to go back to that 2009 Randy Orton. Randy Orton started to hear voices in his head, and Randy Orton was getting ready to punt Kevin Owens' head off. And the WWE producers ran up, grabbed Randy Orton, stopping him from cooking Kevin Owens. I thought that moment was great. I thought it was great. It was really strong, which will lead to Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. You can sign me up for that match. That match can be a banger. What? Like the chemistry, bro? Like WWE is just cooking on all cylinders, and having this and having Sami Zayn probably the way he got beat, Sami Zayn probably will return at WrestleMania, Raw after WrestleMania, one of those. It's gonna be a huge pop because, like I tell people, people don't like when I tell them this. Sami Zayn is like the Mick Foley of today's generation. No matter what Sami Zayn does, people love Sami Zayn. No matter what Mick Foley did, Mick Foley was loved. And when you look at Sami Zayn's someone you want to see win the title. Sami Zayn probably won't hold the title long, but seeing Sami Zayn win the title is going to be a crazy moment. And it reminds me of that moment of when The Rock lost his title to Mankind on Monday Night Raw. That crowd went stupid when that 3 hit. You can have that whole "Yo, Adrian, I did it" story, the whole Rocky S moment for Sami Zayn, and don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if by next year we're talking WrestleMania 42, if Sami Zayn is very, very prevalent in that main event picture. Don't be surprised. But this match was solid, and let's go, Randy, back in the WWE, because you know eventually this will lead to Cody Rhodes. Oh, yeah. The men's chamber match. This chamber match was fire. Okay. This men's chambers match actually cooked. Like, to me, the MVP of this chamber match, actually, like, you can always say CM Punk was the MVP. But to me, this chamber match, the MVP was Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins kept the storyline, to me, the tightest. Having John Cena and CM Punk be the last two, having CM Punk and John Cena have to work together to get Seth out of the match was perfect. Seth Rollins curb stomping John Cena was John Cena. Sorry, Seth Rollins curb stomping CM Punk onto the cage, and then John Cena just getting on the opportunity and putting him in the SCFU, choking out CM Punk was brilliant because Seth Rollins was so desperate that he refused to let CM Punk have a chance to main event WrestleMania. Seth Rollins did everything in his power to make sure that CM Punk's hopes and dreams died. And I thought it was perfect because now on Monday Night Raw, Seth Rollins is scheduled to appear. On Monday Night Raw, CM Punk is scheduled to appear. Like, let me see what we got here. Justin, love the channel. Been following you last couple years. Enjoy your insights. Justin, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you. I figured going live would probably be like the next thing to add to this. I feel like people have been asking me to go live for a long time. So I always, and after Elimination Chamber a couple nights ago, I was like, I got a lot of time Monday. We're going to go live. I didn't care if one person watched this or not. We were going to go live. We're going to start going live. You never know. We may even go live at the Monday Night Raw. If it cooks, if we're watching wrestling and like it's starting to go crazy, we're watching. We're watching. Absolutely. We're going live. Thank you, bro. I appreciate your comment. But back what I was saying about the Elimination Chamber match. You can do so much. And in this chamber match, maybe a little bit different from the women's chamber match. This chamber match is more to set up what you're going to see at WrestleMania. That's really what it was. In a nutshell, that's exactly what it was. You have Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Drew McIntyre being so fixated and Claymore kicking John Cena and then just talking hella shit to him. And then Drew McIntyre and then Damian Priest rolls him up 1, 2, 3. That's exactly what I wanted to see. That's literally exactly what I wanted to see. Because now you're going to get that moment of Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. Because in all of Drew's biggest moments in the last year, Damian Priest has screwed him out every time. And it's perfect. It's a perfect way to tell that story. It's a perfect way to gel all that together and fuse it and to make something out of it. It's perfect. Logan Paul hates CM Punk. He hates him. Logan Paul and CM Punk actually have amazing chemistry together. CM Punk getting rid of Logan Paul was perfect. Because then that actually questions, do you do CM Punk versus Logan Paul at WrestleMania? I think a lot of people would hate that. At least online, people would hate that online. But it's an option. It's very much an option. Now, or do you do that triple threat match of CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins? Hell yeah. I'm all for that. Like, that would be insane. This chamber match cooked, and there's so many different storylines you can definitely tell. I'm going to do a whole thing on Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk because that for sure would be the main event of night one. No damn debate. The Arsenal. Oh, what up, bro? Like, what up, bro? That chamber ending was crazy. Finally getting that heel Cena. We're gonna talk about it right now. That John Cena heel turn was insane. That shit was nuts. And then with that, I know people were tweaking out because everyone's like, why is Travis Scott in the ring? Now, I got a whole theory about that. The reason why Travis Scott was in the ring is literally because Travis Scott's one of the biggest stars in the world. The Rock is one of the biggest stars in the world. And John Cena is one of the biggest stars in the world. They said The Rock in 2024 made $88 million. And they said John Cena in 2024 made, I believe, exactly $24 million in 1 year. The Rock says he has like 500 million subs. He's one of the most followed men in America on social media. Cody Rhodes has 2.2 million. I know John Cena has like 20 million. And I'm almost positive Travis Scott has like 54 million. Everybody in that ring was bigger names outside of WWE than Cody Rhodes is. And so they were trying to make that point and make that a point of this is what you could be. You could be one of the most followed men in the world. This could be you. So when Cody Rhodes looked at The Rock and said, go fuck yourself, yo, that shit was crazy. That was insane. And when The Rock told him, The Rock warned Cody Rhodes. He told him what was going to happen. Because if you remember, back to the night after WrestleMania 40, in that weird ass promo they had, The Rock gave Cody Rhodes back that watch and said, don't you ever break my heart again. And then you fast forward to last week when The Rock cut that weird ass promo and The Rock was saying, all I ever wanted was a brother. Cody, I want you to become my champion. And when Cody Rhodes told The Rock to go fuck yourself, The Rock always had a plan. When John Cena gave Cody Rhodes that hug, I knew what was about to happen. I said, oh shit, no way. And when John Cena's face turned, and then John Cena and then Rock gave him that, get him. When John Cena kicked Cody Rhodes in the balls, and then proceeded to beat the shit out of him. It was great. And you can tell when Travis Scott was saging everything and everyone's like, yo, what is he doing? You could tell Travis Scott was like, listen, some real evil shit is about to go down. And y'all not ready. You could tell Travis is like, I'm not trying to go to hell for this. They beat the fire out of Cody Rhodes. Travis Scott smacked the shit out of Cody. Like, he smacked the fire out of Cody. This was perfect. This was absolutely excellent. And if anybody has any debate on this, you're wrong. Why? Because it's simple. This will make Cody way more of a star than anything else he could have done. Period. This will take Cody to that skyrocket high, next upper echelon level of stardom. What this was not only to make Cody as a bigger baby face for normal pro wrestling stuff, this is to make Cody Rhodes a bigger star in the world. And when I mean the world is, yeah, Cody could have went to like the Oscars or something like that, sure. I guarantee you half those actors wouldn't know who he is. But if John Cena goes to the Golden Globes, they're going to know who he is. If The Rock goes to the Golden Globes, they'll know who he is. That's what it is. Like, this is what this is. Like, this shit is just crazy, bro. Let me see what bro had to say. I wonder, will The Rock have anyone else join his squad? Who you think will join? Bro, that's a good question. That's a good question. Honestly, there's so many people. Like, to me, especially if you can get this because you can obviously book this all the way through SummerSlam. And when you get to SummerSlam, there's options. Roman Reigns is always an option. Roman Reigns will forever be an option for The Rock. Do I see it happening right now as Roman as in his babyface plans? Not really, but it's not surprising if they decide to swerve us. Never would be a surprise if they try to swerve us. Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu could go on like a Brock Lesnar rookie of the year type of run. Jacob Fatu has it. And if The Rock appoints him, if Jacob Fatu is the one to join The Rock, it will move mountains. And I promise you when I say that, I know they talk about Logan Paul's rookie year. Nobody's rookie year was better than Brock Lesnar's in the history of wrestling. Brock Lesnar joined WWE in 2002. By SummerSlam, he beat The Rock in the main event of SummerSlam. He beats The Rock for the title, and then following WrestleMania, wins the Royal Rumble in that January, and then at the next WrestleMania, he's the main event with a card that has The Rock and Austin and Hogan versus Vince. Nobody had a better year than Brock Lesnar. Jacob Fatu could be on some type of push, on some type of level like that. That's how special he is. I could definitely see Jacob Fatu joining The Rock. Could CM Punk join The Rock too? In certain ways, yes. But I feel like CM Punk's character has always just been that rebel to where like I don't know if CM Punk would do it. It would be very cool if he did it, but I don't know. Like only person I can really see doing it, honestly, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins 100% should join The Rock. That would be fire. After everything Seth did at WrestleMania, he's always kind of felt like the odd man out. He's always felt like the odd man out. He was kind of the odd man out in the tag match. He has his whole thing with Roman. What would hurt Roman the most? What would hurt Roman Reigns the most is if Seth Rollins joined The Rock. Because no matter what, The Rock's last match ever will probably end up being Roman Reigns versus The Rock. If Seth Rollins joins The Rock, good night. That's all I'm going to say is good night. It is a wrap. Like, that'd be nuts. Let me see. All right, let's see Justin. Justin, it was awesome he said that. I enjoyed the whole thing. I believe in the end, all of this Cody will turn heel. He will lose the title and fans will cheer it and he will be Homelander. Yeah. No. 100%. Cody Rhodes turning heel will be a huge thing. But I think, and that's a good point, I do think that it's not the time yet, because the reason why I say it's not the time yet is because they're already building Jey Uso to be like that next super hot baby face, like that next guy, because he's going to win the title at WrestleMania 41. And then you have to see how he runs with that title. If Jey Uso can run with that title and be the big star that he is, and the pops only get louder, then that gives room for Cody to turn heel. Because you got to have somebody who's going to be like the top star. Because eventually, no matter what, we still need Roman Reigns versus Cody number 3 down the line. And if you flip it and Cody Rhodes is heel and then Roman Reigns is the baby face, Justin, you might have something there. That shit could be special. Like, oh man, that would be something. My money is on Punk joining for real. It would be epic. Yet Seth makes sense because he also hated Rock. Like, Seth would be perfect. Seth almost damn near killed himself at WrestleMania 40 to get through that match. The Rock has even said Seth Rollins is the true MVP of WrestleMania 40. CM Punk. Seth Rollins versus CM Punk Raw on Netflix. Seth does the job to CM Punk. Seth Rollins is fueled right now by hate. He is so fueled by hate. And if he really wants to hurt Roman Reigns, because think about it. If you look at Seth Rollins right now, Seth Rollins was always great. Always great. Seth Rollins was always wrestling, even hurt. But he never kind of got that superstar push or shine because Roman Reigns was always considered the face of the company. Rightfully so. Does that bring jealousy? Yeah, damn right it does. 100%. Because Seth Rollins is one of those ones. But he's not Roman Reigns. Like, at this point, I feel like it's kind of a crime to not have Roman Reigns somewhere near the top 10 wrestlers ever. It don't have to be in the top 10 if you don't want it to be. He's in my top 10 personally, because when you look at a lot of these wrestlers, everything, have you ever seen one storyline incorporate everyone? One storyline has incorporated everything. Everyone's saying wrestling is back. You have Drake sitting in and watching wrestling. Travis Scott, Vanessa Hudgens. They were talking about it on Sports Center on First Take this morning, John Cena turning heel. Everyone is watching wrestling. And if you really think about it, the reason why everybody is watching wrestling is because of one storyline. Where did the storyline start? It all started with Roman Reigns. I'm just saying. Because then if you take away if you take away the entire villain arc, the entire bloodline angle, is wrestling even as hot as it was? Probably not. Are we looking at, is Drew McIntyre going his generational run? Probably not. Does LA Knight get as popular as he did? We don't know. Does Cody Rhodes finish the story? Is it as big as it got? It was always going to be a professional wrestling story, but it became a world story because of a guy like The Rock. Nobody can tell me that when you look at the build to WrestleMania 39, which was a very good build to Cody versus Roman, very good build. I think everybody can admit the road to WrestleMania 40 was one of the best road to WrestleMania 40s, one of the best road to WrestleManias I think I've ever saw in my life. It was bigger. The moment meant even more because of who was involved in it, and it became a world story. When the Eagles beat the dog shit out of the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, they finished the story. That's what they used. Like, bro, wrestling is so fire, bro. Wrestling is so crazy, and wrestling is just different, and it's endless possibilities. And this could be, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, this heel turn could be, it may be the biggest heel turn ever. And I know about Hogan being the third man in the NWO. This is on that level because this is something we never thought we would ever see in a million years. I did not expect to see this at all. But I kind of did. I kind of predicted it, but I didn't think it would be possible. But then again, I love CM Punk. Love CM Punk. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes on paper is a great match. But it's not the bigger draw than CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes, than John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. No. Let me see. What we got, Justin? Justin says, I put Roman in my top 15. Yeah, Mania 39 build was a nice build, but 40 was so much better. Go Eagles, my squad. See? Oh, you Eagles fans. I'm a Steelers fan. Die hard. Y'all didn't have to disrespect us like y'all did this year. Y'all beat the brakes off of us. Old ass Russell Wilson was not getting the job done. I can talk football too. Trust me. This channel used to be a football channel, and I used to do nothing but Steelers content. And they drove me insane with some of the things they were doing. I'm so excited for football this year. We've never had so much cap as we do. So I'm hoping we do some things. And speaking of the Eagles, they just released Darius Slay this morning. The Steelers, go look at Darius Slay. He's 34. I don't care. Go look at him. Because, like, the thing with Steelers and stuff like that, man, is they look at, like, we have some, they always try to get, like, a version of somebody instead of going just to get that guy. They don't ever want to go pay for Cooper Kupp. They're going to go get like a bootleg version of Cooper Kupp. No, just go pay Cooper Kupp because the bootleg version don't have all the abilities that Cooper Kupp has. You know what I'm saying? And because then when you got like the Eagles and Howie Roseman, they just buy everything. Basically, like they have like what, the 31 pick in the draft. Bet money somehow they trade all the way up to like pick 10, and like somehow Abdul Carter will fall right in their hands. They'll sign Myles Garrett in the offseason. What? Like how you guys got Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean last year was robbery. 150% robbery. But hey, shout out to your Eagles, man. Like hopefully this is a good NFL season. I'm excited. This draft's coming. I'm hyped. Like I might even bring out my mock drafts for that again, man. Like I used to have fun doing those. But yeah, man, like this is a crazy, very crazy entertainment world that we're in. I'm excited to see like where we go from here because This is a special time. So I'm gonna cut this short because I just wanted to go over the chamber. I will be back. 9 times out of 10, I'm thinking about it. I may stream later after Raw to talk about what we see on Raw. If it was trash, if it was good. But yeah, we're definitely gonna tap back in later though for sure. Let me see. Yeah, losing players that are decent. I respect the Steelers, also part of the state. Damn right. You're damn right. That Pennsylvania Bowl every year. For some reason, the last few years, we've been getting our ass whipped. Yeah, but yeah, man, that's why I just wanted to stream. Try this out for once, start talking some wrestling because there's so much of it to talk about. I'm excited, and we're gonna continue to go. So I appreciate y'all for joining in the chat. It was definitely a fun time kicking it and talking with y'all, and hopefully we got more to talk about probably tonight. So I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all soon.